Hi guys, so today I'm going to do one of my favourite videos to actually watch, which is top 10 drugstore products, drugstore, high street, depending on where you live. I actually, as much of a makeup snob as I am, I do like the good old cheapy kind of like Rimmel, Maybelline makeup every now and then. So I'm just going to go through like my favourite kind of things you can say, like buying Boots or Superdrug, things like that. I've had loads of comments saying that I play with my hair too much, and I don't even realise I'm doing it, so I'm going to try and stop and put my hands down there. So sorry if that really annoys you. I'll try and stop. First of all is foundation, and now I talk about this one quite a lot and I really think it's worth it. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. This one is the one that was kind of been quite hyped in the blogging world, and I think it really deserves it. It's a really lovely kind of smoothing, radiant effect foundation. It kind of wakes the skin up. It's a anti-fatigue one, and I just use it. It's kind of one of those foundations you just grab for because you know it's going to give you like a real nice look to the skin, and it's just like a really handy one to have. So I really recommend trying that. A lot of people are a little bit kind of, oh, I don't know, it's just a drugstore foundation, is it going to be worth it? But I think it's really great. Okay, then the second product is again another like notorious one in the blogging world, and it's the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer. I've got every shade they have, and I just find this is such a good concealer. It's worth the hype that it gets. It gives you great coverage, it lasts all day. The only one thing about it is it's a little bit matte, so if you don't like matte concealers, you know, it's not too matte, but it's a little bit matte. But I just think it's the best one. It's the one I always go back to. I've tried loads of different concealers and I just find this one just does what I need it to do. I have quite kind of dark circles under my eyes, and this, like number 2 is the one I use under there, just balances it out perfectly. It just kind of gives like enough warmth to get rid of any blue purpley tones, whereas some concealers I find give me like a really grey, kind of grey ashy look under the eyes. So I love those. I've got them in every colour in case I'm tanned or not tanned. Bourjois, there's one product here I've got from Bourjois, and it is their Healthy Balance. Now, one product that didn't quite make it into the top 10 was the Healthy Mix Foundation, which I think is amazing. It was my favourite drugstore foundation until Rimmel came along. But this is the Healthy Balance powder, and it's actually, I think, an amazing dupe for MAC Mineralised Skin Finish Naturals. It's the sort of powder that it's going to mattify your skin, but it actually gives that kind of like, it still gives you a bit of radiance, so it doesn't completely flatten out the face. And as you know, I don't really like being matte. Sometimes I do need to powder depending on what foundation I'm wearing, but I don't like to be kind of matte and chalky and cakey. So this one, if you can't afford the MAC mineralised one, is a really great one. It just gives you that kind of glow, but at the same time it's going to help your foundation stay a little longer. So that's that one. I do like Bourjois as a brand as well. There's a couple of their products that I do love, like their eyeshadows and their 3D effect lip glosses are great. I'm not sure if this counts as drugstore high street. It's number 7. I suppose it's a little bit pricier than like your average high street product, but if you've got a £5 voucher then you're going to get it for cheaper. And this is a Skin Illuminator. I think this is my favourite product from them. And it's just kind of like a creamy, it does come out a lot when you do that. It's like a creamy illuminator, and you get this little brush on there, which I don't use very often, but I just sort of pump it out onto my hand. And it's almost a little bit like kind of the Benefit highlighter, so like High Beam. They do a couple of colours, they do peach and pink. And it's just great to use all over really. Sometimes I use it as a primer, so all over my skin underneath to give a bit of a glow through my foundation. Or sometimes just on like the cheekbones, I'll pop a little bit on, mix it with the foundation. You get so much in here, so you know, you can't really go wrong with it. And then this next one is probably my all-time favourite product from a drugstore, maybe even my all-time favourite product in general. It's the collection now, not Collection 2000, Extreme 24-hour felt tip liner, and it's just their sort of, you know, felt tip liquid liner pen. And this, I must have bought like 1800 of these. Literally just the best liquid eyeliner I've ever come across. I always wear liner, I'm sure you know, you've always seen me in it. I feel naked without it, so I have to have it on every day. But I've done the legwork, I've bought like every single one, and this I've just found for the price, £2.99, and what it does is amazing. It stays on so long, it's so easy to put on if you struggle a bit with kind of like the gel liners, or you know, putting on like the little ones with the pot and you take the brush out, and this is just going to be so easy for you to use. It's like literally a felt tip pen, and you just draw it on and it lasts all day, and it's really black, so I really love that. I usually have about 3 or 4 just in the bottom of the drawer in case I get rid of it. Another eyeliner is from Barry M. Now I don't use this one too often, but if I need a pencil liquid liner, kind of like for the waterline, I always use this one. This is the best. It's called Bold Black Waterproof Liner, and it is waterproof. It does not come off. Sometimes when I'm doing kind of like more of a smoky eye, I like to wear a black liner on my waterline, because I have sort of like kind of not really watery eyes but quite watery. It just goes within like half an hour, it just comes out and runs down my face. But this one just does not budge. I mean, you have to work quite quickly with it because it dries, but it will just stick on your waterline all night long. I've even used it for like top liner as well, just to smudge into lashes, and it's just a really thick kind of like black. Look at that, you don't even barely need to touch it on there, it's so good. So yeah, that's the Barry M liner. It's a really, really good product. Another Barry M one, which again I don't use very often. I kind of go for Barry M a bit more when I'm going out or something, and it's their little Dazzel dusts. In other words, they're pigments. I've got loads and loads of these. These are my 2 favourite ones. They're just so lovely. They're just a pigment at the end of the day, but their colours are great, and the glitter and the combinations they have. So this one's bronze, so it's just kind of like a really, I don't want to pour it too much in case it tips out. It's just like a really lovely bronzy colour, and I love wearing bronzy colours in my eyes. And it's just got that nice bit of kind of gold sparkle to it as well. And this is the blue. I think it's called Petrol blue or something like that. It's number 98 if you want to go and find it. But oh, just look at the glitter in that, it's lovely. This for a smoky eye is just amazing. It gives so much like depth and sparkle to your eyes. I love it. Oh, just poured it everywhere. So messy and hard to use, but worth it. I think the colours are great. Okay, and the last product I have for eyes, which I've talked about quite a lot actually, and it's the Max Factor False Lash Effect Mascara. This is my all-time favourite mascara. I just think it gets them on quick, volumized, lengthened, thick, full lashes, and I've always bought Max Factor mascaras. I think it was my first ever mascara. I think it was like the Masterpiece one or something. But yeah, I've always gone back to Max Factor. I think they're just the best brand for mascaras. It's got a plasticky wand, and it's just like really thick with kind of little short bristles, with short bristles, and it kind of coats the lashes with loads of product without clumping them, so I really like that because I like thick, full lashes. And then a face product from, again, probably one of my favourite brands, like in the Drugstore, Highstreet. There needs to be a new word for that because Drugstore doesn't really apply to England, and Highstreet doesn't really make it sound like, yes, anyway. Sleek. Absolutely love Sleek as a brand. I have so many of their products and I think they're really great quality. This is the face contour kit, which I wear every single day. I think it's just the best thing. You get your bronzer there, which I've just hit the hand on. Oh no, I didn't notice that. Yeah, so I've got the bronzer, which is kind of like the matte bronzer, great for contouring because it's not going to have any glitter, and then the highlight, which I really like the highlight actually. It's not my all-time favourite, but you know, just having this is really handy to just, you know, use both together. And this is in the shade light. A lot of people ask me what colour I have, but it's just like the perfect bronze colour for kind of paler skin. So if you've got lighter skin like me, then this is a really great contour colour, and the highlight's great too. I think Sleek are a really great brand. Yeah, they're really affordable actually, and they have really good quality products like there. I do like their eyeshadows. They're a little bit powdery, but I think the colours, and they come out with like a new range every week. That's great. Okay, so last but not least, now these are cheating a little bit because it's not actually a beauty product, but these are Highstreet things, Drugstore Highstreet, that you can get, and they're the Eco Tools brushes, and I just think these are the best brushes. They're so good. I literally have every single one. Until Real Techniques came out, I think these were the best ones. I mean, I've got a few MAC brushes, and for the price they cost, I don't think they're the best quality, whereas these are just the softest things you'll ever feel. Like literally, they are all lovely. They're all made of bamboo, so they're kind of like natural brushes too, but they're just really great ones. I think these are my favourite ones. I've got the flat topped foundation one, which is kind of like the Sigma flat top kabuki, great for lip buffing foundation on, and then the eyeshadow brush, which I use every single day. It's just like my go-to eyeshadow brush. Little brusher brush, which is the softest thing ever. It's lovely. And this one, which is like a real chunky handle bronzer, like get it all on. And there's that one there. So I think if you're starting out and you want like a nice cheap set of brushes that are actually really good quality too, I'd like head straight for Eco Tools. I think they're the best sort of like brushes you can get in that sort of place, like Boots and Superdrug. Yeah, so that's all the products that I have, and let me know what your kind of like top 10 drugstore products are. They're my favourite sort of things to watch, like I said, so yeah, leave me a comment below and I'll go and buy some things that you tell me to, because I like spending money. Yeah, so I'll see you later guys, thanks for watching.